All right, I think we're live. I will wait for some of you guys to get in here and let's see if we can get this notification up on YouTube. This delay makes it tough. It makes it tough every time. Make sure you leave a comment whenever you come in so I know that people are getting here. And as soon as we get this loaded on YouTube, I'll open that up so I can actually see your chats. For some reason, this is really weird, in the YouTube studio where I go live on here, for some reason it just doesn't let me see your chats most of the time, so I have to open up the live stream on YouTube. Mike just said, nothing else. Okay, so Mike is here. Good to see you. If anyone else is here, say hello. Let me know that you're here. John, hey, good to see you. That's a friendly face that I recognize. Hello. Chris, hey. All right, we have 43 people watching, so that works for me. We can go ahead and get started. If anyone wants to jump in with a question, I am ready to go. I feel like I look super close to the camera this time, too. There's no happy medium with me in this YouTube thing. Hi. Oh, there's everyone. Awesome. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you all. Let me pull my microphone over too. You would think after all these weeks of doing this, I would just have things set up and ready to go, but here we are. Hi everyone, John, I'm doing great, thank you so much. Had a great day. Wednesdays have been really, really good for me. Lots of meetings and things, but Wednesdays are always going really well, and then I always look forward to these too. Jermaine, I'm glad that you made this one. Hi, welcome. You haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but we're here every week, so you know where to find us. Brian wants to know when the new Fire Stick and Apple TV are coming. That is a great question, and I would love to have an answer for you. Unfortunately, I don't yet. The thing is, we expected a lot of these devices to be coming out real soon, but with coronavirus, it seems like it slowed everything down a lot, so we haven't heard about any launches just yet. But there's a new Tivo device that's coming. We're expecting a new Apple TV. We're expecting a new Fire Stick, but we will unfortunately just have to wait and see. Scott says, do you know what HBO plans to do with the HBO Amazon channel? I do not. That's another thing that we've been hearing about just in bits and pieces. So we've heard that HBO Max will be available on Apple devices and Android devices. So I'm expecting to hear more announcements coming up over the next couple weeks. So HBO Max is launching on May 27th. And so I'm expecting to get some announcements in the days and weeks leading up to that. Jermaine, yeah, we're here on Wednesday nights. We're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Jim says, Comcast quarterly results tomorrow, wondering how many subs are lost. Yep, you and me both. I have a Post-it note right in front of me on my computer to make sure that I am ready to go for that Comcast earnings call. So we shall see in the morning. I will be reporting on it as soon as I get the report. What's really interesting is that the reports come out just a little before the actual earnings call, so you can expect that report to go up nice and early tomorrow. Richard says, hello from windy Iowa. Hello. It was finally nice here in Cleveland today. We had a really nice day. Unfortunately, I was stuck inside working all day, so I didn't get out to enjoy the sunshine. John has a question about Philip and the cord cutting today on YouTube. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what's going on right now. Philip has really taken the lead on the YouTube channel, so you can expect some updates from him soon. He will hop on and make some videos. I believe he has a video coming out tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if it's a how-to or what, but there will be a video up tomorrow from what I hear. Clifford, thank you for that. My dad used to say that to my mom all the time. Someone said it was old school. Yeah, I remember my dad saying that to my mom every night whenever she was in the kitchen cooking dinner. He would come in and say, "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?" Thank you for that. That was a good memory. SPC Super Mario, love your name, says, which is better, AT&T TV Now or Sling TV? Those are two completely different services, so that's completely a matter of personal preference. You will hear me say that over and over again. But they have different channels, they have different features, different price points, so it really just depends on your budget, the channels that you're looking for, the features that you're looking for. So I would say your best bet would be to do a free trial of AT&T TV Now, see if that's what you're looking for. Give Sling TV a try, see if that's what you're looking for. Compare the two, just look at the channel lists and the features and just see which one has what you are looking for. And G Money says it's very wet in St. Louis. It has been rainy and kind of gross here, so it was nice to get a little sunshine up here in Cleveland today. Jermaine says, I realize I'm eligible for free HBO via my wireless plan, which will give me free HBO Max. That's fantastic. So happy to hear that. Yeah, AT&T I think is doing a good job of giving its customers free trials. Some are for a year, some are for 3 months. We have a post over at cordcuttersnews.com with all of those outlined. So if you are an AT&T customer, go ahead and check out that post to see if you qualify for one of those free trials. Judy says, all of these free Netflix ads on Facebook, are they fake? I would say yes. There is a very good chance that those are fake. So Netflix does not tend to give away subscriptions for free. They do have a good free trial, but there are so many scams going around right now, guys. It's crazy. So if you see something saying that like everything is free, it's free for life, or anything like that, it's probably a scam. They're probably trying to get your personal information. Sometimes they're trying to get credit card info. Sometimes they're trying to get passwords in hopes that your password for one service will work for other services or even other apps like your bank account. These people are very shady. Streaming Junkie says, I need a better webcam. I know, and I have it. I have a good webcam, and I have it set up. I don't understand. It was better last week, I think. I don't know, guys. Video is not my thing. I keep saying that. I'm a writer. I was not made for video. I don't have the setup for it. It's not great. Let me just adjust the lighting or something. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. A couple of questions about the TiVo stream. I do actually have an update for you guys about the TiVo stream. So at CES this year in January, we heard that the TiVo stream was going to be launched in April. So here we are, end of April, and there is no TiVo stream 4K on the market, unfortunately. But today, somebody from TiVo, one of the execs from TiVo, did a virtual conference, and during that, he said that it's still going to be a few weeks. So unfortunately, my update is that there is not really an update. It looks like it might be sometime in May, but I'm really not sure. TiVo keeps going onto their social media and saying that it's coming soon, but, you know, we don't know exactly what that means. So we will wait and see. I have a post ready to go. It's been ready for over a week. So the minute that that thing launches, I will hit post on that. SPC says, what do I think of HBO Max? Well, it hasn't launched yet, so we will wait and see when it actually launches, but I'm kind of excited for it. I think that it's a bummer that most of their original content had to get pushed back because of coronavirus, but I think that they have a really good lineup. They have over 10,000 hours of content, and some of it looks good. They have lots of movies. Obviously, it's HBO, so lots of HBO content, lots of HBO shows. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, they have Friends, and I'm a fan, so I will watch it. G Money says, what do I think of Sling Happy Hour? I am a huge fan of Sling Happy Hour. So for those of you who don't know, Sling has been making content free every night from 5 until I think midnight. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But starting at 5 o'clock each night, they are making content free for anybody. So you don't need a credit card to sign up for this. You don't need a subscription, nothing. You can just go on to Sling TV. I believe you just have to enter your email address. I'm a Sling subscriber, so I don't know how the whole process works for those who aren't subscribers, but I believe it's only an email address that you have to enter. And whenever you do that, you get access to a ton of free content. So some primetime TV, some special events, the draft was on there. So pretty cool. I think it's great that anyone's offering anything for free right now. So many of us stuck at home. It's fantastic. Scott says, I think the Not Too Late show with Elmo is a cute idea. I agree. I love all of that Sesame Street content. UTTR says, will Apple TV channels get HBO Max? I believe so. I have a whole post about that up at cordcuttersnews.com. I have been writing so much lately that I can't even keep track of what I'm doing here, and I just typed that in without a space, so it's not even going to come up. My goodness. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's see here. HBO Max will be available on Apple devices at launch. Let me copy that and just stick it in the chat for you to read. Richard wants to know if we will be testing the next-gen DVR from HD Home Run. I certainly hope so. That is definitely more of a Philip thing than me. I would love to see him test that out in a video, and I think that's kind of the plan if we can get our hands on it. So we will see. Yeah, they have a Kickstarter going for that, and I believe they're shipping out in July. Yeah, so if we can get our hands on one, definitely. We will definitely do a video. All right, here's some Apple information for those who are asking. At launch, customers will be able to access HBO Max on iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, Apple TV 4K, and Apple TV HD. I guess that doesn't answer the question if it's on channels or not, just that the app will be available on Apple TVs. Lots of people talking about Ozark. That's on my list, and I haven't started watching it, but one of you recommended it to me a couple weeks ago, so it's on my list. Good to see that so many of you are liking it. And for those of you who are in the Facebook group, I haven't forgotten about the binge watch list. I asked you guys on the Facebook group what you are binge watching lately, and I was not expecting to get over 400 answers. So now I'm sorting through those and trying to organize it into one big list. So I'm hoping to have that up this weekend. Greg says, any news on the 2020 Apple TV streaming box rollout? Unfortunately, no. We are hoping that Apple TV does some kind of virtual event. We were expecting that to be coming up, but we haven't heard anything just yet. So whenever that happens, we're hoping for some new device information, some updates. But we will see. I promise as soon as I hear about it, I will post. Mark, hello, another friendly face. 99 degrees and sunny in Southeast California. Paul has an answer about AT&T versus Sling. He says, I will answer that question. If you don't care about price, AT&T TV Now is the best. If you're trying to save money, Sling TV is the best. Yeah, AT&T TV Now just lowered their price a little bit. They removed HBO from the lineup, I'm assuming because of the HBO Max launch. And they lowered their price a bit, so it's a little more affordable now. It's on par with the others. Chris, yeah, I answered that question kind of. My answer is basically that I don't know what's going on with Cord Cutting Today videos, but I'm sure that Philip will have a video with some kind of explanation, I guess. He will talk a little bit about his plan for the videos going forward. I have a question for you guys. Have you seen any of these... Have you seen any of Philip's videos, his like how-to videos, like the NVIDIA one? I think that he's had some others. What do you think about those? I think they're really interesting. Maybe it's because I'm so not great at doing videos and editing and things that I'm just impressed with anyone who has those kinds of skills. Eric says, YouTube TV is offering an extended 30-day trial for the premium add-on. I received the email this morning. Hey, do you want to forward me that email? I would love to make a post about that, but I did not see that email. Bill says you had storms this morning. Yeah, I think it rained here for most of the afternoon. I was inside at my desk. I have a big wall beside me, so I can't even see out the window while I'm working. Will HBO Max on YouTube TV have a free trial? I believe that is what Eric was just talking about above. It looks like they will have a free trial. I haven't gotten any info about that just yet. But keep in mind, the service doesn't launch until May 27th, so we're definitely going to get some more information about deals and trials and things in the days and weeks leading up to it. Chris says they're good videos. Yeah, I think they're really cool. Again, because I'm not good at making them myself, so I'm just really impressed that he can make those. I think they're really cool. Streaming Junkie says YouTube is getting really bad with notifications lately. I'm missing a ton of YouTubers' uploads. Interesting. I'm subscribed to a lot, but I don't have notifications turned on for many, so I haven't really noticed. Interesting. Scott says, how do I add Disney Plus to my Hulu with ad-free plan now that Disney bundled with all the plans? I can help you with that. Let me grab that post for you. It might be a little easier than just listening to me talk about it. So I have that. Let me just paste it into the chat here. I moved back, but I still feel like my face is so close to the camera. Jeez Louise. So for those of you who didn't hear, Hulu is now making the Disney Plus bundle available for all of their plans. They're making it very easy to switch your plan through your Hulu account. So if you just go over to the Hulu website, you can go into Manage My Plan. And if you scroll down, there are package options. So you can easily subscribe to the Disney Plus plan, which is awesome. So with that, you get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu, whichever Hulu you want. All of them come with a little discount. So you can see your options over there. Jermaine says, I need to add on Stars and Showtime to my YouTube TV so I can watch Outlander and Homeland. Ooh, Outlander is one of my favorites. Great choice. Lil Art says, any new apps for Roku? Not really that I've heard of, but if you go over to the Roku website and go to the channel store, I believe they have a whole section of new apps. So you can check out there and see if there's anything that you're interested in. Oliver says, does Disney own Hulu rights? Yes, Disney does own Hulu. They operate separately still, but yeah, they have a bundle deal. They also own ESPN, so the bundle lets you get all of them. And then you can manage your subscriptions through your Hulu subscription. Jason says, oh, this is interesting. Quibi is offering Walmart associates up to 4 months free of service. No, I don't believe that is available to anyone else. Right now they do until the end of April, so if you want to act fast. Right now they have a 90-day free trial for anyone. All you had to do was go to the Quibi website and put in your email address. So I think that's still going on, but that's interesting. 4 months for Walmart employees. CJ says, what if you're already prepaid for the 3-year deal for Disney Plus? To be honest, I'm not sure. I know that Luke had signed up for the 3-year deal, and I don't think he could do the bundle, but I'm not 100%. You know what? Let me look into that, and I'll try to update that post. So the one that I just posted, or just pasted into the chat, I will update that tomorrow. Let me get out my Sharpie and make myself a note. Disney with a 3-year plan. Make a note to update that. John says the more channels they add, the more the price will go up. That is completely true. It's hard because I know that people who subscribe to these streaming services want more channels, they want more options, but yeah, like John said, whenever you add more channels, price goes up too. Mark says, I saw a new Roku app, Go Travel or Travel Go. It was interesting. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. We are working on a post to go up this weekend too about some travel shows and movies, just for people who are dying to get out of the house and can't right now. So look for that over the weekend. G-Money, I do not know when The Fugitive starts on Quibi. They have so many shows coming out, I can't keep track. Let me do a quick search. It says that the first episode will be in July 2020, so unfortunately you still have a bit of time to wait. Sorry. Paul wants to know HBO Max and Peacock coming now, the date. HBO Max is launching May 27th. Peacock is already out for Comcast customers. It comes out in July for the rest of us. However, there has been some talk of Peacock launching early, so we will be keeping an eye on that. I have a tab open on Twitter to just keep an eye on Peacock and see if they make a surprise announcement. I would not be surprised if they launch early, but we will see. Yeah, great news. Rise of Skywalker is coming to Disney Plus early. It's coming out on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. They're celebrating Star Wars Day by bringing Rise of Skywalker. They also have some other content. There's a docuseries or a documentary about The Mandalorian that's also coming out, so that's very cool. Good stuff. Yeah, G-Money, July. Yeah, I'm sorry. It stinks. It seems like everything has really gotten pushed back a bit. John wants to know if I've heard of the HD Home Run ATSC 3.0 box. Yes, there is a Kickstarter going for it right now. They exceeded their goal just incredibly fast. So it's still running right now if you want to check out their Kickstarter. Actually, I can grab that website for you. Excuse me. If you want to join the Kickstarter, you can be one of the first to get the device whenever it's launched. I believe they start shipping in July. So you do have a while to wait. And there's that link for you. You do have a while to wait, but yeah, you'll be one of the first to get it. It looks awesome. I'm excited. I'm hoping that Philip can get his hands on one and do a video. Chris says, I wish HBO Max would launch early. Yeah, I wish everything would just launch right now. I'm getting a little bored over here in this apartment. But yeah, I would rather wait and have them work out all the kinks before it comes out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I would not count on HBO Max launching early. Colin says, Jess, I subscribe to HBO through Hulu. Will I get access to HBO Max? Now, if I am understanding this correctly, you will have to pause or cancel that subscription and sign up directly through HBO, I believe. We have not gotten a whole lot of answers about partnerships with streaming services, so that's something that we're kind of waiting to see what happens. We've heard that it's coming out on Apple devices and Android, so I'm expecting to get some more news about their partnerships with streaming services soon, but we do not have details on that yet. So, I'm guessing that Disney is probably not coming to YouTube TV. I believe the Disney Channel is on YouTube TV, but Disney Plus, no, not so much. I think that's going to be a Hulu only situation. We need live sports back ASAP. I completely agree. I'm really missing going to baseball games already, man. But we have another post coming out this weekend. Devon, who you may recognize, his name has been popping up a little more. He's been contributing to quirkcuttersnews.com. He has a post about some sports content to, I guess, hold you over until live sports come back. So that's coming out sometime this weekend. So look for that. Bill says, I'm waiting to see what Tableau does with ATSC 3.0. Same. Yeah, I'm really excited. And it's interesting too. I know a lot of you who are in this Q&A every week have heard me say over and over that I I haven't been expecting any devices or anything to come out until next year. I thought it would just be early adopters and people kind of playing around with it for now. So I was really surprised to see Tableau come out with a device. For those of you who are asking for news, I'm just now seeing that too. Sorry, got distracted by messages. For those of you who are asking for an update, my only update is that they have a Kickstarter. You can join that Kickstarter, and I will post that link again for those of you who missed it. If you join that Kickstarter, you can be one of the first to get the device whenever it comes out, and I believe they start shipping in July. Elliot, thank you so much for that compliment. I really appreciate that. Yeah, things are a little different now that Luke is gone, but I'm happy to still be here and happy to still be doing this. My Daily Side, another friendly face. Hello and welcome. John says, did you hear about the fake Roku streaming device bust the FBI did recently? I did. Hang on. I can grab that link too for anyone who missed it earlier today. I wrote a story and it popped up on my Facebook page because it was a Pittsburgh story. And I used to live in the area, kind of. I was north of Pittsburgh, but we got some of our news from there. So, yeah, anyway, it popped up on my Facebook news feed. Crazy. $80,000 worth of Rokus were confiscated. They were counterfeit. They got shipped from China. They were being sent to Butler County, where people were apparently going to sell them on the black market. However that looks in Butler County, I don't know. But yeah, so let me look at the number. I forget what the exact number was. 1,600 counterfeit Roku devices. They were grabbed in Pittsburgh. Crazy, absolutely crazy. They were confiscated by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. Absolute madness. I'm glad they got them though, because I would hate to see someone buy a counterfeit Roku and have it die 2 weeks later. That's not great. My Daily Side says, hi, just found out about my older Android phone has MHL compatible. Not sure exactly what you're asking, My Daily Side, I'm sorry. Richard says, I like the new CCN logo. Yeah, the little icon that comes up on my video for Q&A that says Q&A with Jess. One of the guys at the company made that for me, and I love it so much. So really excited about all of the cool things that they're doing, even the small things like a new logo for our Q&A sessions. Very cool. I like it a lot too. The official Cord Cutters News logo is still the same. The little icon that you'll see around our channel. It's right underneath the video right now for those of you watching on desktop. Yeah, very cool. So that's staying the same, but then we're getting all these cool little graphics and things that I like a lot. I will pass that compliment over to the team. Thank you. Streaming Junkie says, I'm happy with Philip. Awesome. Yeah, he's doing a great job with the videos, so looking forward to all of the cool things he has in store. Mark says Pittsburgh Pirates. Yep, that was the team I cheered for growing up. I'm an Indians fan now. Been living here for, I think, 10 years now, so I've switched over. You guys saying that you saw stuff on Twitter and Facebook, I'm assuming you're talking about the counterfeit Rokus. That story kind of blew up a little bit from Pittsburgh. Crazy. Tom from Malibu, California. I look forward to seeing you every week. You always have the best emojis. Glad to see you. John says, is anyone else having intermittent internet speed issues and sometimes it goes down altogether? Yes, right here. I have Spectrum internet. Normally I'm very happy with them. I don't have many complaints about Spectrum, but yeah, definitely over the last couple weeks. I've had some buffering issues while I've been in Zoom meetings. That has been not the best, but we're making do. Everyone is on the computer all day, every day these days. Jermaine says the ISPs are overworked. Yeah, I think it's just everybody working from home, doing school from home. It's a lot. Richard says, I live here in Iowa, but I'm a Yankees fan. Everyone else, chime in. What baseball teams are you cheering for when the season eventually starts up? If the season eventually starts up. John, I'm surprised we're half an hour in and no one has asked about Luke yet. That is a first for these Q&As for the past few weeks. John, yes, happy to answer your question. Luke sold Cord Cutters News a few months ago, so it has been a while. He left the company at that point, but everything is very amicable. Everyone's very happy with everything. He made a quick video. He appeared in one of Philip's videos, and then he wrote a post over on Cord Cutters News. So he is gone. I am still here covering the news. Philip has joined the team. Tamara is still here. She has been here for quite a while, working under Luke and now working with the rest of us. And we have some contributors. Also, Devon and Artie are writing for us. So we've got a good little team over here. But yeah, that's the story of what happened with the site. There's some baseball teams. Okay, Cardinals, Texas Rangers, Astros, Rays. I generally root for the Mariners. Another Mariners fan. We've got a couple. Does anyone cheer for the Cleveland Indians? Come on. Guys. CJ says, not a baseball fan, but I love my Nashville Predators. My little brother is the biggest hockey fan. He cheers for Pittsburgh. The kid loves his hockey. My Daily Side says we're all going to miss Luke. Yeah, completely agree. It is a bummer to not be working with him anymore. He was great. But I'm very happy with our team, very happy with this company, and I think that we are going to be just fine. But yeah, I'm missing Luke too, so you are not alone. MLJ says, I'm sure most of the internet traffic is game-based. I'm sure that's a big part of it. There have been some really interesting studies about how people are spending their time now that we are staying at home. And there was this whole thing about how streaming has gone up during business hours and gaming also, yes. You're absolutely right. Gaming has gone up during business hours. So it sounds like people are taking advantage of being able to take some breaks during the day. Adrian says, are there any cheap Android boxes that can compete with Roku? I believe the latest Android TV release had a PVR function. Go Mets and Islanders. Does anyone have any suggestions about Android TVs? Because NVIDIA Shield is the only one that I'm very familiar with, but I know that there are others. Keep it legal, please, if you have any suggestions. NVIDIA Shield, though, is a good one, but yeah, it's definitely a little more expensive. John says he'll be back in a Quibi. I've tried using that in conversations a couple of times. It rarely gets a laugh, but maybe I'm just talking to the wrong crowd. Thank you for that, John. That one got me. My Daily Side wants to know if I am the new boss. No, not exactly. I'm now working for the company that bought Cord Cutters News, but having a great time kind of heading up our news team, so it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, people are saying that you can find Luke over on his Guy Reviews channel. You can also find him on Twitter at LukeBK. He has been very active on Twitter. I think he might be getting a little bored these days. Mike says the Air TV player. Sure. G Money, you cheered for Cleveland in the World Series. Nice job. Howard, there's another friendly face. Hello, how are you? Do we have any other questions? Anyone have anything that they are watching this week? Anything that they want to know more about? Let's see. We've covered all the big devices. John says, thanks for the update on Luke. I've not been keeping up as much lately as I'm finally pretty happy with my setup. Sling, Tableau, Netflix, Prime, and Pluto. That's fantastic. Good. I'm really glad that you found a setup. Oops, I just shook my whole desk. I'm really happy that you found a setup that works well for you. Those are all really great choices. Love that you added a free streaming service in there. What free streaming services are you all using? Pluto is a great one, so good call on that, John. Deborah says, I have both Roku and Fire Stick. I can watch Facebook Live on Fire Stick. Awesome. Yeah, that's the thing too. If you have multiple devices, it's kind of nice if something isn't working on one, switch to the other. I have a Roku TV and then a Fire Stick plugged into it in my bedroom, and it is wonderful. Every once in a while, you just need to switch from one to the other. John is missing Luke. You are not alone, my friend. We have seen the Facebook comments. I have gotten some emails. People are very vocal about how much they miss Luke. So I'm with you. Yeah, he's great. Howard wants to know about Plex, and let me tell you, Howard, I have some news about Plex coming up, so stay tuned for that within the next couple days. I cannot say anything just yet, but there will be a little bit of news. G Money says, finishing up Homeland's last season, a couple more episodes, great season. Homeland also is something that you guys have recommended to me over and over, and it's on my list, so very cool. Glad that you're liking it, G Money. My Daily Side says, the free streaming app I use is Pluto, Tubi, Zumo, and Roku, as well as YouTube. And don't forget about over-the-air TV. That's all I need. Fantastic. Yeah, Tubi, Zumo, Roku channel, Pluto are all good ones. There's also Crackle. There are so many free services, and they're all really good. And I think that people kind of forget about them sometimes, and maybe we don't cover them as much as we should, but yeah, they're great. And like Eric says, underrated for sure. You can find some really great movies. You can often find like classic movies. You can find stuff from the 80s and 90s. You can find movies that you have not been able to find elsewhere. Sometimes they are streaming exclusives over on these channels. And places like Crackle even have original content, which is awesome. Frank says Tubi is a good one. Absolutely. CJ says, since Vudu has been bought by Fandango, can we expect the Vudu app to come to the Fire TV platform? I want to say yes. So I can tell you that right now they're both operating independently. So people who are subscribed to Vudu or who are using Vudu can continue using it. People who have Fandango now can continue using it. But I can definitely see them combining at some point. And yeah, I would assume that it would be available over on Fire TV. Mark says use a Chromecast. Yeah, Chromecast is great. Howard, sorry I missed your message the first time. There were a lot of comments all at once for a minute there. Have you heard any news about the Marquee Network coming to other services? No, and I do remember you talking about this, and that is also on a post-it note in front of me, is to keep an eye on Marquee Network. I think part of that is just with coronavirus and sports not being a thing right now. I think that we're just not getting as much news as we would like from some of those networks. Frank just signed up for Sling Blue and Orange. Good choice. My Daily Side says Vudu has some good free movies. Yes, Vudu IMDb is another one. Redbox now has their own free streaming service. Those are all really good options for movies, and most of those I believe are ad supported, so you will have to sit through commercials, unfortunately. Tony says I'm using Sling TV with a Roku and like it. Very cool. Glad you found something that works for you. That's a popular combo too. I will say that Roku is, I believe, the most popular among our readers, and Sling TV is a great choice. G Money says, lots of good content on YouTube. As long as it's been around, I think it's a bit underrated at times. Yeah, agreed. I think that there is also a lot of not so great content on YouTube, so people don't think about it as much, but there's some really good stuff on there. And I think during this whole quarantine situation, people have been really making a lot more content, so more to watch. Did any of you happen to see there was an event on YouTube the other day, a live event, a fundraiser, where they played rock, paper, scissors? It was great. They had Mr. Beast hosted it, and he had a bunch of famous YouTubers. iJustine was there, Casey Neistat, tons of people. Jack Black made an appearance, and they just played rock, paper, scissors and used the money for charities fighting coronavirus. It was very funny. I liked it a lot. CJ, thanks so much for being here. Hopefully we see you again next week. Eric says, I believe that since there's no live baseball right now, it's not a priority to add marquee to more TV services. I would agree. I think that whenever it's added, it could potentially raise the price of services. So it's likely that the streaming services don't want to tick off subscribers, so they are holding off for now. That is definitely a possibility. My Daily Side says, it's all good, but you can't beat a free. Yeah, absolutely. I will happily sit through ads to watch something for free most of the time, too. I'm with you. Ed says, IMDb is the only one that has Columbo, and I'm hooked. Awesome. That is what is so great about free streaming services, is that you can almost always find what you're looking for on one of them, and it can't hurt to try a bunch because they are free. Frank is watching Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle. My Daily Side says, I learned a lot on YouTube about doing my own DIY stuff or needing to fix things. Same. I fixed a washing machine last year thanks to YouTube. I love being able to fix things myself. So yeah, I was very excited to just watch a video and have it show me exactly what to do. Big fan of YouTube. Daniel wants to know if satellite TV will stay. I think that there is a place for it. Orbi TV is one really good example where they offer satellite TV, but it is, you don't need a contract, so you pay month to month. And I think that that's a really great option. You don't need internet for it, which is huge. So people who are in areas where they can't get access to high-speed internet sometimes have to use satellite. So something like Orbi TV, where you don't have a monthly contract, but you can get all of your channels. Locals are also free with Orbi TV. I think things like that are a very smart business plan. Also with low orbit satellites, I think that satellite internet is going to be huge. I know that's not what you asked about, but low orbit satellites have been on my brain a lot just because we've been hearing some more stuff about SpaceX. For those of you who didn't see my weekly wrap-up video last week, I talked a little bit about how SpaceX is planning on doing beta testing internally in the next 3 months, and it should be a public beta test within the next 6 months. So very exciting. Steven wants to know if Roku is accessible to the blind, and to be honest, I do not have an answer for you, Steven. If anyone else has insight about that, let me know in the comments. That is something that I keep meaning to look into, is accessibility. I would love to do a post about which devices are most accessible, which services are most accessible, so thank you for bringing that up, and actually I've got my post-it notes and my Sharpie in front of me. Let me just make a note. Because that's something that we do get asked about every once in a while, but not often enough that it's ever in the front of my brain. So, yeah, now that you asked, I will definitely make a note to do something about that next week. Frank says, my reason for getting Sling is because my Verizon Fios TV service isn't working. They cannot send a tech into the home. Yes, that has been a big problem. And another thing about Orbi TV, this is not a paid ad. I was just reading up on it a little bit more today. You can self-install, so that has been great for people right now, since a lot of these places won't do in-home visits, which is understandable. Everyone needs to stay safe, including the technicians that would be coming out. So I totally get it, but it does make life a little more difficult whenever people are having cable and internet troubles. Richard says, just found out that Des Moines, Iowa partnered with Stir 3 days ago. Oh, that's awesome news. Yeah, I should definitely do an update about the cities that Stir is located in. Let me get out my Sharpie once again. Yeah, very cool. So the thing about Stir is that you can choose the city closest to you, and then you get sort of a local feed of news and things. But unlike Locast, it is not limited to the cities that it is in. So if you don't see a city near you, you can choose Washington, D.C., and then you get a national feed of news and things. My Daily Side, thank you so much. I feel like I look a little sick today just because of my weird lighting, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment very much. You guys are always so nice to me in this chat. It's really nice. I got an email this morning telling me that someone doesn't like me in videos because I'm annoying and silly. So I will happily take any compliments I can get tonight. Isaac wants to know if AT&T TV is worth it. They claim you can self-install it. Once again, I think that there's definitely a place for AT&T TV. It is a cable-like streaming service. Yeah, you can self-install it. You need to get the device from them. You pay for that as part of your package. It is a little bit expensive, but reasonable in the first year, but then the price goes up in the second year. But I think that there's definitely a place for it if you are not someone who wants to be 100% streaming. If you're not looking for a streaming service, you're looking for something more cable-like, and you're okay with being in a contract, I think AT&T TV is fine. Frank says, in your opinion, which is better, Hulu or Sling? To be honest, I like both. I have been a Hulu subscriber for a very long time, so that might be my personal preference, but I think Sling is great, especially because it's a little more budget friendly. If you subscribe to one or the other, then it's only $30 a month, which is great, very affordable. Hulu has some really good originals, which is one of the reasons that I personally like it a lot. I also like the fact that I can switch between Hulu with Live or a on-demand only if I want to save a little money that month. So that's something that I really like about Hulu as well. My Daily Side says, cell phone company needed to make a cell phone for over-the-air TV free without needing data. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's possible because I think you would need data for those things. Not sure how that would work. Aaron says, Jess, the big problem with YouTube TV is that they don't seem to have a lot of classic TV channels. I'm glad that Comet has Quantum Leap, but they need to be reasonable about more classic TV channels. I am completely with you. Yeah, I love it when a service has classic TV. That's something that a lot of Cord Cutters news readers are always asking for is classic content. I will say that Hulu has a pretty good selection. I actually have a post that's going up soon. I know I keep saying that. I have a lot of things scheduled to go out soon. But Hulu, I was surprised that they had as much classic content as they do. So, something to think about if that's what you're looking for. Thanks so much, Howard. I appreciate that. And Streaming Junkie, yep, I agree. Being on YouTube, you definitely have to have thick skin, and you have to not let things get to you. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate all of the encouragement. Yeah, luckily, I don't get a ton of comments like that, but, you know, it's fine. I wrote back to him and told him that my personality is certainly not for everyone. I understand that, but, yeah, it's fine. G-Money says, one advantage of all the craziness, lots of free live concerts. Yes, absolutely. Museums are doing a lot of stuff online too, which I think is great since places are shut down. Lots of home concerts, which have been really cool. The Cleveland Orchestra has been doing performances that they are streaming every day, which has been really great. So all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, this is a crazy time, but it's really nice to see that there are still a lot of things to just keep people entertained and keep spirits lifted. Richard says, I'm hoping that Decades shows up in my area soon. Oh, I'm so sorry you can't get it. Yeah, that's a great channel. I think they have a contact us section where you can mention where you're at, so it couldn't hurt to do that. Tony says, I wish Locast was offered in my area. Yes, I completely agree. Locast, for those who don't know, is a technically free service. They do ask for $5 donations pretty frequently. You will get notifications over and over if you don't make that donation. It's run by a nonprofit, so technically, yes, it is free and legal. As far as we know, there's a lawsuit right now, but it is in 17 cities throughout the US, and it gives just like local news, sports, entertainment. Streaming Junkie wants to know what I'm drinking. It is tea and honey, just plain black tea and a little bit of honey. I've been doing that at the end of the day. I keep losing my voice by the end of the day. I think it's just all of this, all the talking all day long. Even whenever I'm home alone, I just can't seem to close my mouth. So a little tea and honey every night. Frank says, in my area, the Philadelphia Zoo is offering a live stream at 2 p.m. Yeah, very cool. I actually just sent a message to some of my cousins with little kids and sent them a couple of links for zoos because a bunch of them around the country are doing that. Very cool. I'm loving all of the photos, too, of zoos and aquariums that are letting some of the animals out to roam around. There was one today of flamingos going to visit the penguins. I don't know. Stuff like that just makes me happy. Howard says, did you see that baseball could be back in June in front of empty stadiums? Ugh. I love it, but it's also heartbreaking. And I know that wrestling has been doing this for a while. They've been performing without any audience, and it just seems so strange to me. Andrew says, is Locast like Arrow? Yeah, they also have a very big organization behind them, Locast. And I think that's why they have been a little more successful. They have a really good team of lawyers behind them, which I think is a huge help. And they've gotten some consumer advocate rights organizations. I don't know if I said that right, but they've gotten some big organizations behind them to help support them. And I think that that's really helping their cause. It's helping them fight the good fight. So we'll see what happens. My Daily Side says, is there a way that you can do a small giveaway of the cord-cutting coffee cup? Just want to ask. To be honest, I only have this one in my possession. I need to get on Luke to send me some more. I would love to do a giveaway. I believe that Luke still has them. I'm not sure if the new company has them. Not sure what happened there. If I can find out, I will try to make them available. John wants to know if I watched the virtual NFL draft. Yes, I sure did. I actually had a house party app date with a bunch of friends of mine, and we all watched it together. So house party is kind of like a FaceTime app, but you can also play games while you're hanging out with your friends. So I watched with a handful of my friends, and it was a lot of fun. I recorded last week's weekly wrap-up video on Thursday real quick, and as soon as I was done with that, I hopped on the app, and we all watched. It was kind of fun. I think it was definitely a little weird to see everybody in their homes and recording from their basements and things, but I don't know, we had a great time watching. Daniel wants to know what the future of TV and streaming players is. That is a loaded question, my friend. I can't really predict the future, unfortunately. I would say cable TV is probably going south a little bit. People are recognizing that they don't want to pay that much money when they can stream for much cheaper, even free. Streaming players, I think they're just going to keep getting better. I don't really know what else to say about that. I'm hoping that we'll see some new players coming out this year, and then we will compare them. I would love to have Philip do some comparisons over on the YouTube channel. AZ says, I wish that the HD Home Run ATSC 3.0 box would come out soon. Pretty soon. You can go join the Kickstarter, and then you will get one in July, I believe. Jimmy, hello. Coming in right at the end here. We only have a few minutes left. Frank says that he watched the virtual NFL draft as well. Lifelong diehard fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. I laugh if you want, am cheering for the Cleveland Browns. I was wearing my Browns hoodie. I don't know if anyone caught that in the weekly wrap-up video on Friday. I thought for sure I would get a couple of comments about that. Streaming Junkie says that HD Home Run is a small company with limited resources. Yeah, that's true. They are a pretty small team over there, so they are doing some really good work, and I'm excited to see what they do with this new device. Mike wants to know if we'll make face masks with CCN on them. I don't think so. But yeah, we did have a store with t-shirts and hoodies and some other things. So we'll see. Yeah, I would like to do that. I wouldn't mind having some more Quirkers News merch. Howard says, watch The Last Dance on ESPN. It was great. Yeah, I hear good things. I did not watch it. I was just a little too busy last week. Jimmy, thanks so much for that compliment. Daniel, ATSC 3.0. Who even knows what's going on anymore? I think that there was a plan for the rollout and everything. There are cities listed where it's supposed to get to first. It could be now, it could be later. I think that with coronavirus, everything has just been put on hold with a lot of things. But that is something that Philip, I believe, will be reporting on soon, is sort of a like, what is ATSC 3.0? What can we expect from it? When is it coming? What's that going to look like? We will see. Frank is giving me hope that the Cleveland Browns will be good this year. We will see. Jason wants to know if Luke took his catchphrase with him. Which one? There are so many. And so on is one of my favorites. We really do appreciate it is one of my favorites. But I would like to know, what's your favorite Luke catchphrase? Maybe I can bring it back in my Q&A videos. All right, we have time for just a couple more questions. I didn't realize how late it was already. My goodness, it's almost 9 o'clock already. My Daily Side wants to know if there will be a cord cutting podcast in the near future. You know, I'm not opposed to it at all. I think that right now we're all just super, super busy, so it's been hard to find time for anything. But yeah, I could see it coming back, but we will see. Unfortunately, now that Luke isn't here, I've lost my co-host. So we'll see if we can make something happen. All right, guys. Not really seeing any more questions coming in, so I think that we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I just want to say again, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I have so much fun doing these Q&A sessions with you guys. Always some good questions, always lots of nice compliments. I really appreciate all of your support and encouragement all the time. This has been awesome. So I think that we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here so you can all get back to your night. I'm going to go make some more tea. John says, Luke says, so stay with us. Yes, stay with us again through next week for another Q&A session. All right, thank you so much again, and I will see you all next week. Have a great night, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.